Hi guys, I think this brings us to part 5 of my Sister Journals series. This is Sue at Miller's Laboratory, and thanks for joining me today. Today I have set the book aside and we're going to work on a little bit of ephemera for the books. So the first thing I want to show you are these sweet little lace or fabric sample sort of tag things that I printed out. These are from Odulcina, putting the name here, and they're sweet because they come with a backing, and all you have to do is fold them over, and then you just add your lace inside, staple it or whatever, and it's good to go. So I thought these were really cute. I printed them on that heavier resume paper, so I think that's heavy enough. I don't think I need cardstock. And I don't think I need to double layer it. I don't want these to get so thick that the book just gets out of hand. Although, you know me, that's what usually happens. But we're going to try to keep it to a proper thickness. So this is, even with some lace in there, as long as it's not too thick, you're definitely going to be able to write on the back here, no problem. And it will be sturdy. So I'm just going ahead and folding all of these over for now. And then I'm going to go grab some different laces and we'll pop a few in there and we'll have some ephemera to put in pockets. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I will pick up these little pieces of lace if I see them at antique stores, and usually they're very reasonable. This is a lovely handmade piece here. I'm going to have to cut the ribbon because it's too much of a knot for me. Okay. This is really pretty. A lot of the times they're from pillowcases, you can see. That is so pretty. So we'll take a look at that one. This is just some eyelet trim, which also love it. Just gonna slip that ribbon right off of there if I can. There we go. This is a really pretty ecru sort of colored one. It's just so pretty. This one is particularly pretty, I think. And then this one here isn't as old, I don't think. This is something that, you know, I got on a card, thrift store type stuff. These are some older ones. This was $1.50 for these bits of lace in here. Oh, this is pretty with the squares on it. Love that. Lots to choose from here. Lots to choose from. So I'm just going to take it all out. And then this is the one we saw, it wasn't yesterday, but it was in one of the other parts where I was getting the pillowcase edging out. This was in there, and I love that too. So I got a lot of fun things here to play with. And I love that these had the little dresses on the hangers. So I'm just gonna, here's a couple of those with the little dresses, and we'll just pick a couple pieces of the lace here. So I'm going ahead and making a couple of these because they can be, I can use them in the other book too. So this one I'm just going to put a little piece, you know, just like that big. That's all you need. I probably should have pressed these a little bit. They would lay nicer in there if I had done that. Careful not to cut the card when I'm cutting the lace here. So I have a couple of that one, and we'll set that aside. Let's use this one. Some of them are so wide, but that's really pretty in there, so we'll use that one. And you're just gonna, like, you know, have enough to hang down this far. So there's that. These are super easy and so pretty. They just match the theme of these journals really well. That one will go in there. This one will go in here. We have these pretty ones with the roses on them. Let's see. I'll use those. Let's use... this is the lace I used on the cover, so I won't use that. Oh, let's use this pretty Acro one that I like. These, all the ones that I've chosen here are quite flat too, so they're not going to take up a lot of space, and they're not going to be like puffy, which would be hard to write on. So stay away from stuff like, even this might be hard if it was on the back to write on, so we won't use that one for this. We'll find another use for it maybe here. Okay, so I'm just going to put these to the side because we won't have them go too far away. Yeah, and I think I'm going to just run over and press these so that they lay a little bit better, so I'll be right back. I'm back. This helped a lot. You can see they just look much more behaved. So we'll go ahead and put these in here. I don't remember which one was going where. It doesn't matter. I didn't have any particular plan. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use my Fabri-Tac here, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue across here. Oh, we're kind of stuck. Okay. To hold that in place. Get that out of there. I don't want that. And we'll lay this here like that. And then we'll put some up in here. And I'm going to just go around the edges a little bit because I'm going to punch a hole in there and put some ribbon in it too. So I think that's really cute. You could just staple it too. That would look really cute too. Yeah, see, I'm going to have to put like a little weight on those because they want to pop out. What I'm going to do is just slip them under my mat here while that adhesive sets up. So they're not going far, they're just tucked underneath here. This is some silk ribbon that I'm going to use in the top, and this came with like some kind of silk ribbon embroidery kit, which I didn't do, but I liked the ribbon. I love silk ribbon. It's so thin, you know, it's the kind that you would use for silk ribbon embroidery. It's really thin, and I like the look of it. It seems old and antique-y, and it's thin, so it doesn't make big thick knots in your book. So I like that very much. All right. Another thing that I'm going to show you here, and this is going to involve some off-camera work, but I'll show you what I have in mind here. So I was going through my files on the computer to look for things that I might want to use to embellish the tags or make focal points on some tags. And I found these lovely images of these ladies. This is a Raindrop Lila kit, and all these ladies have really pretty white dresses on, which is lovely. But I thought it would be cool if the dresses were colored. And other than doing some fancy Photoshop type of a thing, which is not really my thing, I thought I would do it manually with some cutting. And so I then found these little images, which are from Sam Poole. There are 4 of them here. I've printed 4 of them on one sheet, and they're like little patchworks, and they're just these delicate pastel colors, which I thought were lovely. And so what I did is I printed that, and then I printed out the ladies right on top of it. So this looks really weird because the patterns are, you know, up on their faces and stuff. But what I'm planning to do here is I'll just come in and cut out the dress part, and then I'll layer it onto the picture that is plain, so that there's nothing on her face, and the background is just the white. So all that will have the colored pattern on it is the dress. I did it this way, and then I did it with the paper flipped the other way too, just so I would get some different patterns on the dresses and I could choose the ones that I liked the best. So this is going to involve some cutting, and I'm going to do that off camera, but I'll do the assembling so you can see it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be back later and show you what I have. Alright guys, another thing that I'm going to have in these books are these really pretty little button cards. These are from the Graphics Fairy. The Seamstress is the name of the bundle if you're a premium member. I am on the design team, so I use a lot of their things. I think they're lovely. So what I'm going to do with these, I just printed them on some heavy regular paper. I'm going to cut these out. Okay, so I'm going to have one of each for each book here. That's why I've cut out 4. And what I'm going to do is sew a couple of buttons on each one and then put a backing on it so it's easy to write on. So I have a huge tub of buttons here, a lot of old white ones, which is what I want to use for this. And I do have this little tin of teeny weeny ones, which are really fun. And I mean, look at, some of them are still on the original cards. I can't seem to part with those. I cannot seem to use those, but there are some really other little cute little tiny ones in here, so we'll use these. And I want to make it look like there was a full card of buttons, but somebody used some of them. So we're gonna take needle and thread. Probably if I double it, I could do it quicker, couldn't I? And we're just going to kind of plan out where, so if there were 5 buttons maybe on this card, or 6, there might be one here, in the middle, and here, and then, I can't see my holes now. Yeah, see, I didn't really line them up very well. And then maybe here, here, and here. So I'm just going to sew a button on here. We'll try to find a couple that look the same. And we're just going to stitch them on with just a few stitches. If you didn't want to do this, you could just glue it on there. That's totally fine. No one's going to judge. Oh, I don't like that. I pulled my end right through. We'll take care of that though. There. Okay. Sorry, awkward here. Go. Jeez. I really couldn't have botched that more if I tried. There we go. Alright, and then we'll put another one right over here. Maybe there. We'll speed up a little bit here. Okay. And then I'm just going to take a something and kind of poke through there so that there's like a hole. It's a little bit big, as though we ripped a button off of there, right? Like that. Okay. And then the same down here. Wherever I put those. There's one. This is just not working here. Let's try the pointy scissors. It's a little bit big, but that's okay. Just want a suggestion that there used to be buttons there and they were taken off the card. So, okay, then I have saved a few pages from the original pages from the books here. Like if there was a part of it where there was plain, I saved it. It's not going to work for this one because it's a little bit too big. So we'll find some actual plain ones here. Here's one. And I'm just going to back that on here and maybe wrap it around a little bit. So we'll tear it on this side here and we'll glue it down. Okay, just cut along here. And then I'm just going to fold this over here just to make it look a little interesting. I still have the pin in my mouth from my glue. Let's put that away. Okay. There, I think that looks weird and not straight, but let's see if I can fix it. We can always trim it off a little bit if we need to. Okay, just don't like that little lumpy bit there. Okay. We won't put it in my mouth this time. Okay. And then we'll just kind of trim along there to make it even. There, a little bit more. So we're going to do that with each of them. You don't have to watch. We'll have one bluebird, one for each, and then one with a little red bird for each. So I'll work on that off camera, and we'll show you those when I'm done. Okay, here they are all done. I may add some other little details to them when I put them in the book. We'll just see how that goes. So let's move on to something else now. All right, so just for the sake of expediency, I went ahead off camera too and just punched a hole at the top of each of these lace sample cards and tied a little bit of that silk ribbon through. These I think are going to be really nice. You could lift this up and print under or right under here if you wanted to, or you can do something to decorate this if you wanted to, and then you can write on the back too. And they're not super thick, so they won't take up a lot of space in the book. And they look really pretty. So I have 6 of those, so I'll put 3 in each book, and then we'll set those aside. And then let me show you what I've been doing with the other. So I took the sheet of pictures of the ladies from Raindrop Lila and I cut all of their dresses away. That was easier for me than trying to cut from the patterned paper because it was really hard to see the outlines of the dresses. So I think that looks really cool even just like that, and you could lay it over something, you know, really unusual and make a cool looking dress that way. It's very artsy sort of looking, and I like that. But let's take a look and see how it looks over the pattern paper. So I'm just going to grab a couple of these here. This one right here, she's such a pretty girl. So if you remember, I have 2 choices here for her dress because I flipped the paper around and printed them twice. So these 2 are the same girl, just different orientation of the pattern paper. And if we look at her on the pink first, I'm just going to lay this right over and match it up. And I think that is so pretty. It's very subtle, but I like how you get that darker red up on her shoulder. I think that's really pretty. If I do it on this other one, I really like this one too. It's going to be hard to choose. This one has more different colors in it, which is interesting too. So I just think that turned out really neat. Let's try another one. This one right here is at the top of this sheet. So we'll try this purple one first. Oh, it's so cute. It just makes it look so cute when you put it on there like that and mask it. I love that with the purple. And then this one, again, more subtle here. Let's see, I think it goes right up there like that. Yeah, that one's really pretty too, but again, real subtle. So I'll have to decide which ones I like better. I'm kind of leaning toward the more colored ones, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's try another one here. This one I don't think I'm going to like because it's mostly gray on her dress, but let's take a look and see. Now this one, there is a tiny little piece here that I have to keep, and I don't want to lose it because under her arm right here, there is like a hole. The rest of them, the dress covered the whole thing, so I didn't have to worry about that. But this one I have to keep that. And I mean, it's really cool. It looks really cool. I can't believe how cool these are, really. I wish I could do more of this. I guess I can. Okay. That one's going to go about there. And I love that purple. I think that's what I would go with. So I think I'm going to start gluing these on, and then we'll cut them out and figure out what we're going to do with them next. Let's go ahead and do this lady because then I won't lose that little bit that goes under her arm. Found my art glitter glue, which is very exciting. Okay, so I'm going to come around like this and get right up to the edge. If it's going to go on a tag or something and it's going to be sliding in a pocket, you're not going to want like raggedy edges that can get caught on things. So you do want to glue right up to the edge for this type of a thing. Okay. And let's see. That's the tricky part, is trying to figure out where it goes. That looks pretty good, right? Just like that. Okay. I'm just going to press that down. So all I've glued here is just around the hole. And then let me get this little guy here. My gosh, I can't even pick it up. Because that needs to go down right here under her arm. Just so there's no purple there, because it wouldn't be, because it's supposed to be her dress. Okay. It doesn't look a lot different, but a little bit. There. A little bit of white there, I don't know why. It's from the glue, I think. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be really pretty. And I'm just going to go around the edge here and glue the rest down. And then we can cut it out. It's pretty good down here. Okay. I'll speed this up. There. Super cute. Super, super cute. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do one we haven't looked at yet. This pretty girl with the pretty hairdo. She's here. Oh, I love that. Look at how pretty that is. Oh, I don't even want to look at the other one. I love that. We're going to go with that. That is beautiful. Okay. This is fun. Doing all this ephemera is very fun. I don't know how fun it is for you to watch, but it's fun for me to do. Think about there. Looks about right there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, I could have also cut like this little flower thing out and had that be colored too, but I just thought it was a little bit too fussy and I didn't want to do it. So, something you could try if you ever decide to do this. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. All right. I'm going to turn this off because you don't have to watch me do all of them, and I'll show you what they look like when I'm done. All right, just a quick peek here at the lovely ladies in their pretty patchwork dresses. They are going to get put on tags. We will do that in the next episode. Thanks for joining me today. Bye.